Welcome to the TTO Podcast. I'm Pluto, joined here with my co-host Oogie, and we also have a special guest, Guz. On this episode, we're going to go over Week 1 recap and, of course, pick'ems for Week 2. But at first, Guz, tell me a little bit about yourself.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Guz here. I've been playing fantasy football probably for about closer to 15 to 20 years, so I got a little bit of knowledge, ready to spit some of these old man facts on these young kids, and let's see what we can do for Week 2.
Let's get it, dude. Got some old man wisdom. Joined us on the podcast. So a little bit about Week 1 was kind of crazy, though, right? A bunch of crazy games.
Yeah.
Nut really games, really. What about almost 2 ties going into Week 1? I think that was the first time, since the 70s. Kind of wild, kind of different, but just let's recap every game. So a little bit to go over here. So Guz really didn't join us in the first one, but definitely want your input on the games. So Oogie, you had 6 picks correct with a tie, because no one can really predict a tie, right? I had 8 games predicted right with a tie. So, I mean, we both had the Bills winning against the Rams. I mean, I don't know if they're going to win in that fashion. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I thought the Bills were going to win. I just didn't know if they were going to win like that.
Oh, yeah.
Bills are the real deal, bro. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah, they're in my division. I'm scared. I'm real scared. I mean, we can't beat the Dolphins, so imagine if we can't beat the Bills. Sheesh. We're in for it this year. And then the Saints. I mean, we both called it too, and I'm sure you would agree with us, guys. You thought the Saints were going to beat the Falcons that game. I'm sure you didn't think that Cordell Patterson still had it in the tank.
Bro, I immediately looked him up on waivers. I was like, does anybody not have him? Because I'm going to smack this guy right now because that dude right there, bro, made us look. We have a good defense too, bro. He ran over us like it was nothing.
And he's a wide receiver turned running back, and also he's in his 30s. I mean,
yeah,
you don't see that often.
Beefed up too. Like he's much bigger than he used to be, from what I can remember. Like
he was on the Patriots. He didn't look like that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, hell no.
No, he did not.
He was returning kickoffs. Now he's doing it all.
Bro, didn't I call Drew last week that Atlanta would keep it close?
I mean, I can't remember if you called if they'd keep it close, but at the end of the day, I mean, the Saints got it done, and Atlanta too. See, that's the thing. I mean, and then going into the next game, we had the 49ers at the Bears. I mean, we both predicted the 49ers were going to win that game.
I should have never listened to you on this one. I should have never listened to you on this one.
Listen to me. Yeah. Hey, my thoughts are my own.
Hey, you're the one who persuaded me into picking the Niners here.
Whoa. I mean, I even told you Kittle was not even playing, and I still picked the Niners.
I know, but you also told me that you also told me that they were banged up in offensive line. You didn't think they could protect Fields, so I agreed with you on that one. I picked the Niners along with you.
What would you have said, Guz? Who would you have taken in that game?
So, to me, I probably would have took the 49ers too. Now, I mean, Trey Lance was kind of a big question mark for me because we really didn't see much out of him, and he really didn't give us a really good performance. I mean, he did have 54 rushing yards, I believe, and I think 164 yards passing with no touchdowns. So, I mean, that right there alone is just like, it's kind of a head scratcher, but it's his first game, so I'm going to give him a break, but definitely still thought the defense for the 49ers would have held off.
Yeah, I would tell you, dude. I mean, I definitely thought even without Kittle they were going to get it done. But I mean, this year is going to be spooky. You can already tell, like some of those games. I mean, the next game, even to say the least. I mean, I thought that was almost like a no-brainer of a game. The Steelers at the Bengals, going to Cincinnati.
Oh, absolutely, bro. I mean, my next favorite team is the Cincinnati Bengals because of all the LSU players that are on it.
Yeah,
and Joe Burrow's literally. He's like, I think he has potential to be one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
I could agree. His upside is crazy.
He's got crazy amount of upside, and that game was almost comical at the end.
Think about year 1 needs complete reconstruction of his knee, right? Year 1. Year 2, he goes to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
The kid's got it. He's
got the brains, he's got the arm, he's got the pocket presence. I mean, we saw this at LSU. I mean, we witnessed Grace. We won a national championship with him. He literally came here and won it for us. So the dude is special, 100%. But that game, I can't believe Ben Roethlisberger won a game.
Hey, I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. We're into 4 games we're talking about in Week 1, and there's already been hella games that are like in my opinion, or I would say most people's opinion, you write that game off as, you know what I mean, as like a no-doubter. Like, I thought that game was literally like almost a no-doubter. Like, if you were playing elimination challenge, like you have to pick like one team to win the week. Like, the Bengals in week 1 might have been the pick, but evidently not. And then what about the Eagles going to the Lions? See, this is a game I thought was going to be really close, but I did take the Eagles winning this game.
Yeah, so did I.
What did you?
Yeah, I mean, Eagles and Lions. Swift. Oh my gosh, that dude. I wish
They have a 1-2 punch, actually.
They with Jamal Williams. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
between both of them, I think they had 43.5 total fantasy points in a
you
PPR league.
You watch Hard Knocks and you want to go ahead and draft every
Right.
time you watch Hard Knocks, but this one was one I stayed away from. But damn, dude,
I did draft Swift this year. To be fair, I went with like a lot of people like I would never usually go with. Chubb and Swift, to say the least, as running backs. Like, I'm like an Alvin Kamara, like Dalvin Cook type of running back guy. You know what I mean? Like, but hey, we'll see. That's only week 1 though. But I do think the Lions have a lot of upside.
Yeah, so do I. But I believe that I honestly thought that the Eagles were going to win big. Like you expect Detroit to just suck.
I mean, maybe you do, but when you look at their retooled team and everything they got in the trades they made over the last season, you got to understand they have what it takes, right? And not to mention they had to go to Detroit too.
Yeah, but they had to clean up the late game mistakes.
Yeah,
that they had.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, you got Jared Goff at the end of the day, so you can only go so far.
I mean, he threw for 215 and 2 TDs. I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not. You know? It's not bad.
It's not horrible, but he's definitely going to have to rely on Swift, Jamal, and St. Brown to really come through for him. For sure.
St. Brown looked good too. I just think their offensive line is always going to need that little extra bit that they. I mean, it seems like they've been missing ever since Stafford, really.
Yep.
Yeah,
who takes a beating.
It's not going to just take Decker to just protect the quarterback at all times. It's got to be everybody.
And then, I don't know, I had a biased pick in the next game. I mean, as much as I wanted the Patriots to win that game against the Dolphins, I knew that game was going to be rough for us. So they always give us a hard time. I mean, I took the Patriots.
That they do. Like, I mean, that team is mediocre at best. I mean,
I don't even know. Not nowadays, they're not. Go look at every weapon outside of Tua. I mean, they got solid wide receivers. They got 3 running backs that could realistically maybe start on most teams. Defense is subpar, though.
Yeah.
But our defense is worse, so, you know.
Oh my God, your guys' defense yesterday, I don't even know how to describe it.
Just didn't look good. It is what it is.
Oh.
I'm pumped with Mac Jones. I mean, I'm sure when we get to your game, we could say the least. Justin Jefferson, remember, he got gritty on you.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't Mac Jones get injured yesterday?
It's all right. He's a rookie, though. It's fine. He said he's doing okay. He'll be back in the lineup. We'll see how it goes, right? So either way, the Dolphins won that game. Next game was the Ravens at the Jets. I mean, this is the game that you said was going to be. This is the one that you thought was going to be the game of the week, Dougie.
No.
What?
No, that's not what I said.
Oh, you did.
No, I said no. I did not. I assure you. You asked me that question, and I said it was going to be the Raiders and the Chargers. We both had that game as the game of the week, asshole.
Yeah. That's a game. It's like a game you write off like Cincinnati.
Me picking the game of the week that involving the Jets. Are you fucking kidding me? With Joe Flacco as the starting fucking quarterback.
Shit.
Oh boy, that was fun. It was believable though, wasn't it, Ghost?
Fair
Fuck
enough.
Joe Flacco.
I'm just gonna say Joe Flacco threw for over 300 yards and a touchdown. So
I mean, he did. Their defense is just subliminal, dude.
How does he still do it after all these years? It really is comical, almost, dude. Like.
And what about the Jags and the Commanders game? Yo, that game, I picked the Jaguars winning that game. Well, you did pick the Commanders in this win.
Yep, yes I did. I thought I was going to be wrong in the fourth quarter.
No, that was a great game. I mean, that was up there for like a game of the week, to be fair. That was like a close game of the week. That game was real good.
Carson Wentz. I keep telling you, Carson Wentz, dude. Like.
Not even just him, though. I mean, you got to remember, he got survived by his running back, too, right?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
I mean, he does got some great weapons, though. That kid, who's that kid they have, that rookie?
Who's that you talking about?
Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, that kid, Dotson, on the
God,
Commanders.
What a money.
Yeah. Is it Gibson? No, wait.
Gibson's the running back. Yeah, he
Yeah,
balled
yeah.
out too.
He also caught. I think yeah. So Gibson was also he was running back, but he also one of those kind of like flex. Great.
He's like a
PPR
Kamara
running
type of
backs,
guy.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, like a Kamara type running back.
Dude, he
catch the
had
ball
he
a
had
bunch.
7 receptions for 72 yards, and I think he had like 58 yards rushing. I mean, that's.
I think the weirdest thing about that whole game too is did anyone coming into this game, right? So on the Jaguars side, they had 2 running backs that were like no one knew what to do, and their ADP were like literally 20. I think it was 31 and 32 with Robinson and Etienne.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I thought Etienne would have done something, but Robinson looks like the clear back. If you have either one of them, I mean, I would personally go Robinson, but then again, Etienne played with Lawrence for a long time.
Robinson also is coming back from an injury, I believe, too. So
that's true. Yeah.
For sure, it's definitely true. And then the Browns and the Panthers. I mean, I think we both picked the Panthers in this game, and the Browns.
This was a fucking shocker.
Squeaked it.
Yeah, I was kind of on some weird plays. Didn't they have something weird going in that game? Like it was controversial. I didn't actually watch that game, but I heard something along the lines.
I think some of the Panther fans even booed the Browns when he took the field.
Really?
Yeah, because the Browns defense, didn't even care about Baker anymore. It didn't seem like.
McCaffrey had 33 yards and a touchdown. That's not much.
That's not even a good day for him, even with the touchdown.
You gotta understand, dude. It's made out of glass, though. It's made out of absolute glass. Dude touches the ball and he gets hurt every single year. Like, how much can you trust it? Like, everyone wants to pick him because how much upside he has, but I mean, it's almost like you gotta know that he's gonna do that,
I give him about 3 more weeks into the season. I feel like he'll be back to his own self if he stays healthy.
We'll see. And then the tie next week was the tie, which was the Colts and the Texans, dude. I mean,
can I rant about this game, please?
I mean, I thought the Colts would run away with this game.
Can I rant, please?
I mean, what's their rant about?
Matt Ryan is so fucking stupid.
Why? He's not bad. He's got a bunch of weapons around him. His defense just looked god awful.
But even with the defense, Bucky, I was more disappointed in.
I mean,
DeForest Buckner.
I mean, we gotta kind of.
I'm not trying to say him out.
I mean, you got the Colts. That is a team that was forced to be possibly reckoned with in the playoffs, and they play a team that's be lucky to hit 500 this year. I mean, I feel like this game shouldn't even be worried about. I mean, that game is something like I think everyone would have told the Colts would have walked away with.
Mm-hmm.
And then Giants, so try to get through the rest of these ones. So the Giants ended up beating the Titans. We were both wrong on that game too. Again, I mean, I don't think anyone see that happen. Well, I think everyone just looked at it that Saquon was such a.
Ooh, he went off, boy.
Brother.
164 and a TD.
Yeah, nice. And he was running like his own self too.
Yeah,
he was.
If he can stay like that, I got hot take for next one. I got the Giants doing some solid work this year, but Daniel Jones is a suspect, so we'll see how that goes. Packers and the Vikings. Ogie took the Packers here. I did take the Vikings, and I did say this had the potential to be the game of the week here.
Yeah, that was a great game. Well, it really wasn't a great game.
That was not a great
game for the Vikings.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins was clicking.
I mean, and him and JJ together, boy, they got something special over there, man. If he can stay healthy, they're gonna be pretty dangerous.
They have that other kid that's pretty good too. It's pretty solid. What's his name? I think he's number 17. Plays on the opposite, and they have Thielen too, though.
Yeah,
but they have a third dude that plays the slot with them, so it's pretty. They looked all good, and then you got Dalvin Cook, who looks pretty healthy this year.
Yeah, he had 90 yards as well, and then I mean,
no tutty though. I think that's what cost him.
No tutty, but I mean, when you got fucking JJ doing 184 and 2 TDs,
I mean, fantasy player of the week.
Oof. Oh, absolutely, 100%.
He was. So getting into that actually with my questions of the week here that we had, just to recap a few of them since we're getting into it. I had who would have the most fantasy points for the week. One, I said Josh Allen was pretty close, pretty damn close. I believe he finished third on the week, behind 2 receivers, if I'm not mistaken. No, third behind Patrick Mahomes and Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
And Herbert you had as your pick, which
Yep.
Great.
I mean, you had him in the game of the week just like I did. So going over the game of the week, we both picked the Raiders versus the Chargers, which was a good game. We both did take the Chargers in that game because I didn't think the Raiders was going to be clicking on it. I don't mean, what was your thoughts on that game?
Let me hear, guys.
Oh, with the Raiders, I really like the Raiders, honestly. But I mean, Derek Carr, I think he had like 295, two TDs. Jacobs was 57 yards. I think Devontae Adams
had 15 or 17 targets or something like that.
Yeah, 15. He had 10 receptions for 141 yards and a TD from Devontae.
And 15 targets.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty good.
Impressive, bro.
More than double every other person on the team. The next closest person, I believe, was Waller with 6.
Yeah.
Waller with 6. I mean, pretty good game, though. Fun game to watch. I do think that team is going to be dangerous once they start working a little bit more together. Derek Carr is low-key the most underrated quarterback.
He's definitely underrated for sure. He's got a cannon on him.
Another question of the day question of the week that I had was what team was going to score the most points. I had the Bills, which, I mean, they scored a lot, but not as much as the Chiefs. The Chiefs scored 44 points on the team that Oogie thought was going to score the most points, the Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
So that ended up flip-flopping, not in your favor, Oogie, but, I mean, hot take nonetheless.
Yeah, but I thought Kyler still was going to ball out.
I thought he was going to ball out too, but you lost. You don't have Hopkins.
In those type of games, dude, you got to know that he's going to fucking show out. It's just evidently yesterday it wasn't one of those days for him.
I don't know if you've seen, but it could be a hot take, but Chiefs kind of look like they play a little bit more team ball without Tyreek Hill. Low-key.
That's true. I noticed that.
Low-key, they look a little bit more fundamentally sound without Tyreek Hill. I don't know how that makes sense, but it definitely looks like it could be.
I don't know if you guys realize that Patty Mahomes threw for 5 touchdowns and 360 yards.
I watched him throw 3 of those in the first half, dude. And I was like, all right, Patrick Mahomes might get 50 again this year, folks.
I mean, that's debatable player of the week with JJ throwing up numbers like that, bro.
Oh, it is. I think he's close up there, right? But Justin Jefferson, though, 39.4 fantasy points, the highest fantasy player in the league.
Dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Most receiving yards also, so that was my third question. Who would have the most receiving yards? You had Ja'Marr Chase, which was good. He did play really good.
Yeah, he did.
I had Diggs because I also thought he was going to go hand in hand with Josh Allen getting the most fantasy points and the Bills scoring the most points this week. But
it's Jamar, by the way, buddy.
Either way.
Jamar. You don't matter, that boy balling out.
Relax, Harold.
He didn't have the best one.
Oh, shut up. Don't call me by my government name here. Okay.
And come correct, please. I beg of you. All right.
First of all,
so let's get on to the next section here that we have with some of the pick'ems for week 2. So now that we got Guz in here, we're gonna get Guz more involved with Thursday night game, pretty spicy one. Chargers at the Chiefs. Thoughts, Gus?
So this game really is like this is for me. I'm just gonna say this is the game of the week right here. And it's on Thursday, just because both of these teams on week 1 came out straight fire. But I'm actually gonna go with the Chargers on this one, man. I really am.
Take the
I think I'm gonna take the Chargers, and the only reason I say that is because
you said this is your game. You think this is the game of the week too?
Yeah, I think this is a possible game of the week as well. I have one more in mind.
So if you choose one, is this your game?
No, this isn't the game of the week, but to me,
it's a runner-up.
It's up there.
I think it's up there too.
Heavy hitting offenses, so I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one, but it can go either way.
Who do you have, Oogie, in this game?
Give me the Chargers.
You got the Chargers as well?
Yep. I think Herbert's gonna kick Mahomes' ass.
I mean, you also we'll get it. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you were betting against Mahomes too. It sounds like you get a little something about him too. But low key, Mahomes. I mean, he did torch the team that you did think was going to have the most points in week 1. So,
I'm gonna say this right now, Drew. You know me. I hate Mahomes.
It's fine. You can hate, but like I said, we're trying to get unbiased picks here. So if you think he's just going to beat him, so be it. But I think the Chiefs are going to end up winning this game. If you looked, Mahomes is unreal, and their defense actually looks pretty solid. The defense does look pretty sound. They look a little bit more. I don't know. I think this is also up there, goes for like a game of the week candidate. I don't think it's my game of the week, but
Oh, it's not mine.
it's close. It's close. If it's anything like last week, there'll be multiple possible games of the week, anyways. And then for so that was the Thursday night game, and then we got a couple good Sunday night mornings to start the season. Well, to start this day, Pats at the Steelers. Like, I'm taking the Pats low key. Low key is like it's biased, but it's unbiased too, right? Mac's got to snap back. He's got to snap back a little bit. You got Najee Harris coming off injury. Their defense. I mean, we watched that game, right? We watched how many times I went back and forth, right?
Yeah, Pat's got that, bro.
Mind you, I mean, they did play the Bengals though, and I think the Bengals have a whole lot more going for them than we do. So
that is true, but at the same time, I mean, the way they look, dude. I mean,
it's hard to pick them, right?
I mean, like Trubisky, he's not it, bro.
He's not it, but their defense is it. Minka Fitzpatrick is it. Save the game for him. If you had to take him, you taking the Pats though?
Oh yeah, 100%. I have the Pats for that game.
What about you, Oogie?
You know, you know what? I think the Steelers defense is gonna have another great week. I think I'll pick the Steelers in this one.
I think it could. I think this one could go either way, but they didn't have a great week. They played a subpar. I mean, they played okay. They played just enough defense to get them to keep them in the game. Yeah. They should have lost a couple times, but nonetheless, that's not even close to a candidate for the. I don't know. What about the Jets at the Browns?
Can I go first?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Browns all day.
I think the Browns win, but I think this game is going to be so much more close than people think it's going to be.
Really? Why?
Because the Browns are going to play like that all year long. They're going to be like the Lions of last year. They can play very close games, but they just can't squeak them out. I mean, think about it. Jets got a bunch of young guys, but I mean, we'll see.
Well, they got that seasoned veteran and old Joe, so yeah. I actually picked the Browns to win, but I'm changing that. I'm going Jets. I think.
You think the Jets win this game?
I think
that's a hot take.
Joe Flacco is going to come out there and give them that work.
Low key, that could be a candidate for biggest upset if that's the case.
Could be.
If that lands, if that sticks, that could be that.
No, that's not my biggest upset though.
No. Okay. What about the Commanders at the Lions? I don't think there's no way the Lions lose twice in a row. Yeah, I think this Lions team is solid. I like the Lions team, dude. Especially seeing Swift and that Williams kid, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. On that Hard Knocks episode I watched, dude, when Jamal Williams was the first episode when they were in practice, and dude, he was crying tears, hollering at them, talking about how he was about to go give his heart to this team, he spoke to them boys. And I think, they have a really good chemistry over there, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they play for the rest of the season. But Lions for sure.
What about you, Oogie?
I think the Lions, just like you said, I think the Lions are a better team than everybody thinks they are. But let me tell you this: Carson Wentz, the way he commanded the offense, running the ball, handing off the ball, passing the ball. I think the Commanders go 2-0.
You think the Commanders win that?
Yep, I think they go 2-0 in week 2.
All right, we'll see. I mean, I just don't see the Lions losing twice, but we'll have to see. Bucks at the Saints, dude. The Bucks at the Saints. We'll let Guz. I want Guz's take here, being a Saints fan.
So, the Bucks are going to be the favorite for this game. I mean, the reason why I say that is because, I mean, now after watching week 1, seeing the Saints defense, it really didn't perform like I thought it would. And that offensive line we have is just atrocious. Poor Jameis Winston. I mean, the first couple quarters was terrible. Luckily, he bounced back in the fourth. It looks like the defensive got a little tired, so we were able to, kind of move the ball a little bit. This is my biggest upset, though, because I think the Saints are going to bounce back over the Bucks. Obviously, I'm not doing this because I'm biased. I'm saying these guys are coming with a vengeance. They play the Bucks every year, and it's always a good game. It's in the dome. Let's not forget about that. And also,
true though.
Home field advantage down here in Louisiana is a really big deal. I mean, it's everywhere, but down here we have some really good fans. So I'm gonna go with the biggest upset as being this game right here: the Saints beating the Bucks.
I like it, dude. I like it. I have the Bucks winning. I just as much as I don't think the Bucks played super impressive against the Cowboys, who was lackluster at best. I don't know. I still don't think Tom Brady lets them lose to the Saints. I just can't see it happening. I just can't see it happening one bit. What about you, Ogie?
Let me ask you this, guys. Do you think, now being a Saints fan, you think you guys have a kind of a suspect defense?
I don't think we have a suspect defense. I didn't think we need to work out some kinks. I mean, we have the addition of the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, adding Lattimore there as well. I mean, we have some great, Cam Jordan on the end. We have some really good players. I think they just need to gel a little bit together. But, man, we made a really good defensive run at the end of the game to win that game. Our defense really stood up. And I think once they get a couple games in them, I really think their defense is really going to gel a little bit.
You gotta understand, you guys played the Falcons, not the Bucks, right?
That's true.
100%. That is fair. I mean, that's why it's the biggest upset. Sure. But hey, Chris Godwin got hurt. I mean, not saying that that's a big deal or anything, but and also, side note that most people don't know, Leonard Fournette is from New Orleans. He will be coming home, so that's even going to be more of a problem. Him showing off for his family. So, I still got the Saints though. I'm rolling with the Saints, but yeah.
Playoff.
I think the secondary can give Tom Brady problems, but I'm still rolling with the Bucks in this one.
And then Panthers at the Giants.
Ooh.
I think I honestly think that Baker Mayfield just doesn't have it in him. I think, well, not even just that. Maybe though, he doesn't have it in him. I just don't know if he's going to be able to put up as many points as Saquon can run on that defense.
Yeah.
To be completely fair. I mean, I think Barkley could literally imitate last week's schedule, like last week's game, and run for $150 and a touchdown. Right. Like almost with ease on that defense. I mean, to be fair, they let the Browns do it to him, and their defense is worse than the Giants, maybe. I mean, it's probably equal, actually. It's probably about equal.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, Baker might be coming out pissed off. Who knows?
He could though. He could. He has that flair to him.
CMC might hit that turn up. Like, does the Giants really have a great defense either? I mean, they're mid-tier. I mean, they're not.
I got the Giants at home.
The Giants at home. Okay, I can see that. Who do you got, Luke?
I'm scared to pick in this one. This is my game of the week right here.
This is your game of the week?
Yes, sir.
And who wins
it? Like you said, I feel like Saquon can repeat what he did last week, and I think the Giants can. I think the Giants can have an amazing game on offense. If, not just Saquon Barkley, but if Daniel Jones can not throw interceptions and become Danny Dimes again. But I think Baker has a bounce back week. I'm going Carolina.
Okay, I can see this being a really good game, huh? To be fair. Who do you got, Goes?
Yeah, I'm going with the Panthers, man. I think CMC is gonna get it going. And like you said, it can kind of go either way. It's either gonna be Barkley going hard, or it's gonna be CMC going hard. So I mean,
a lot of fantasy points in this one.
Yeah, a lot of fantasy points in this one. I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
I feel like, I think, this is a good pick for game of the week, actually. This could really end up being a lot closer than a lot of people. I do think the Giants might squeak it. I mean, I think if the Giants have what it takes to beat Derrick Henry and the boys, why can't they beat CMC and the boys,
Exactly.
I'm a lot more scared of Derrick Henry running at me than I am of CMC. Just saying. But
fair enough.
You know what I mean? But who knows? Maybe the athleticism of CMC and how he can cut those corners and catch balls out the backfield might make a difference. I mean, we'll see.
I'd be more scared of Saquon running at me.
Yeah, probably. Dude's thunder thighs, bro. I'm all set.
Not just his thunder thighs, but his quickness.
Yeah, he's quick as hell.
Imagine you just sit. Imagine you getting ready. You're coming at him, ready to attack him. All of a sudden, bye.
Yeah, dusted. So yeah. What about the Colts at the Jags? They tie again, right?
I'm hitting Colts 100%. I think Colts got that.
I don't think the Colts. There's no way they let themselves not come back from that game, right?
Yeah.
They just tied the damn Texans, bro.
Yeah.
So we're all going Colts across the board here.
Yep, Colts.
I think that's actually only the first game that we actually all agreed on one game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
Dolphins and the Ravens. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than everyone thinks. I mean, I think this has a candidate spot of being game of the week, but I don't have it as the game of the week.
Nah.
I don't trust Lamar, dude. I don't trust Lamar. I don't trust Tua either. But they did look good against us. Dolphins.
If I had to pick Lamar or Tua, I mean, I'm going Lamar all day.
But look at Lamar's weapons and look at Tua's.
True, but I mean, with
look at
Tua
Ma's
there,
defense though, and then look at Miami's. I mean, I'm
Kinda
taking the
equal.
Ravens. Who are you taking there?
100% Ravens.
Too much Lamar, Ravens.
Yeah, see, we're on a little streak here. We're agreeing, boys. Would you look at that? What about the Seahawks and the 49ers, dude? Let's not count out the Seahawks too quick now, right? They just beat Russ and the boys.
Yep.
But Geno Broken Jaw Smith.
I remember that.
You know what I mean?
I'm for the Seahawks, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, them boys look good.
You like the Seahawks in this one?
Yes, 100%. After what I just watched, yes, I do.
I think Kittle comes back and throbs them.
But is Trey Lance going to perform? That's the question you have to ask. I mean, yeah,
I
Kittle
know.
can do all day, but I haven't seen anything from Trey. I just saw Geno ball out.
Yeah, he went 17 for 18 to start the first half, bro.
so
He kind of looked pretty good.
Yeah, so yeah, Seahawks for sure for me.
What about you, Oogie?
Did you not see that Seattle defense tonight? Fuck, Seattle.
I think 49ers bounced back there. I think they humbled Geno Smith. I think respectfully, the 49ers defense humbled Geno Smith.
Well, here's the thing, though. I agree with you there, but I think Seattle's defense wins them this game.
I could see it. I think this game could go both ways. I wouldn't say it's a candidate spot, but it could be.
No.
I think it could go both ways. But ultimately, I think one team could also just win the game. Like, you could see a blowout from either team.
You know what? I see this being a close game.
Moving into my game, my biggest upset, right? I have the Falcons coming to Los Angeles and beating the Rams.
What?
Did you just see the Falcons play last week? Did you watch how they can play the ball? Did you know they have Cordell Patterson?
Yeah, and they have Young Ho-Hu. Shout out Young Ho-Hu, that kicker, bro. He went 4 for 5, and he literally scored a majority of their points.
Yeah, hey. But that shows they have what it takes to drive the ball, right? They just need to capitalize in the red zone. I mean, let's be real. The Rams didn't look too great, but they also played the Bills and not the Falcons.
Matthew Stafford looked like his own self was his old defensive line in fucking Detroit, dude.
This could be an Oogie take, bro, but I do think the Falcons beat the Rams. I think the Super Bowl champs start 0-2 to start the season. Who do you all
go?
The
Rams.
The Rams?
Let me tell you something about the Falcons. They're great until the fourth quarter.
I know all too well. I know all too well.
3-28. You know, and
yeah, they're good in the first half. You know?
And we were it was 10-26 on this game. We came back and beat them in the fourth quarter as well.
You see all those games they lost to Falcons?
Yeah.
They got like a collage.
2 more. I think there's like 4. There's like 4 of them that legit lost in the fourth quarter being up by.
They got a collage of games that they lose that bad. That's tragic.
Yeah. That's why I'll never pick them, and they're dirty.
That's a hot take. It's a hot take. I'm not gonna lie. It's a hot take. Oogie, who do you have?
Different defense. Like I said, like you said, they played Buffalo last week. Buffalo probably has the best defense in the whole league, right?
And arguably like one of the best offenses.
Okay, but Atlanta's does not have that good of a defense, so I'm going LA in this one.
I mean, I could see it. I mean, I could definitely see where you guys both come. The Rams there. I mean, I just had a super hot take. I don't know if I was, smoked one too many, but.
Oh, no. You got to gamble on them here and there, but that's how you win.
Yeah. What about the Bengals at the Cowboys? The Dakless Cowboys.
Okay, can I start with this one real quick?
The Dakless Cowboys.
Can I start with this one real quick? The Cowboy season is over. I'm sorry to say that.
It sounds like you ride in the bandwagon of everyone else that says that. I mean, I think the Cowboys have a lot of weapons. I think they're blessed with weapons, actually.
Can I ask you one question? Who is the backup for
Gunner
Cooper
something,
Rush.
right? Oh, Cooper Rush. That's what I thought it was Gunner.
Rush is his name. I had
Cooper
to look
Rush.
it up because I thought it said Cooper Cup at first.
Yeah,
But
I was
it's
gonna
Cooper
say
Rush. And
Oh.
who the fuck is this guy? You know, like,
That-
yeah, he's
he's
got all the
from,
weapons in the world, bro, but
He's from Central Michigan. I think it's his 5th year in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Drafted out. I think he was undrafted out of Central Michigan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's from Central Michigan. Hot take, too. Cooper Rush is only 4 days older than me. So you look at that.
Yeah.
If you wanted to know a fun fact, you know. I wish I was in his seat and he was in mine, you know, talking about the games and not playing, you know, he gets to dress and play them, you know, make a couple million here and there. Must be nice to be a dude named Cooper Rush that you have a bunch of people that talk football all day long with each other as for friends and never heard of the backup for Dak Prescott.
I watched a little bit of Central Michigan.
Well, you're from Ohio, which is right next to Michigan. People, you know, from the other side of the country. Well, that's you get what I'm trying to say, right, Yogi? Like you're from close to where he played, right? So that's why. So either way, going into that game, that's pretty good. Pretty good. But I have the Bengals.
100%.
Yeah, Bengals.
I mean, Joe Burrow's bouncing back. I'll tell you one thing. If he has a bad game, which, I mean, he started off, I think, what do you have, 4 interceptions?
They have 4
no.
picks.
I think he had 4 picks, yeah.
3.
Yeah, he had 4
3.
picks. No, he had 4 picks, a fumble, and he was sacked like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, he still managed to get 338 and 2 TDs. But even if, like, I know this cat, he's coming back with a vengeance, 100%.
He just was in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, he's got what it takes, dude. He's got arguably the best wide receiving core in the game, maybe.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Chase, Higgins, and Boyd.
Yeah, I agree.
Arguably. I think you can argue a couple teams though, realistically.
The
I mean, look
Vikings.
at Seattle, and the Vikings. Yeah.
I mean, if Tampa had Godwin healthy, they would have pretty solid.
What do you mean? They would be Mike Evans, Godwin, and Julio Jones. Julio Jones. Did you see that catch that dude railed in?
Yeah, that dude's.
Yeah.
I mean, that it's not even fair.
I'm sorry, but Julio doesn't have it in him anymore.
Did you watch that game?
Yeah, yes, I watched that game.
You watched that catch he made?
It's just one catch.
That's fine. That's fine. He has Mike Evans still. He's got Lenny Playoff. He's got They got a whole bunch of. They have an onslaught of weapons.
Lenny Playoff.
Yeah, not to mention you have Tom Brady, the GOAT, throwing you the ball. I'm sure he'll be just fine.
Just fine.
Who the fuck is Lenny Playoff?
Oh boy, Leonard Fournette,
Yeah.
Lenny Playoff.
Yeah, Lenny.
Oh, I
Texas
get it
had
now.
the Broncos here.
Kidding.
I mean, I can't even laugh at this right here because the Broncos just got dusted by Geno Smith.
Whatever, bro. Gino did them a real deal. I'm still going Broncos over the Texans on this. So
I have the Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos easily.
This is one of those ones. I mean, we say this, right? I guarantee a couple of these games that we all agree on go the opposite way, if not half of them.
Yeah.
Cardinals at the Raiders.
Oh.
I think Kyler's gonna start 0-2, bro. I think Kyler starts 0-2.
Raiders look kind of hot right now. I ain't gonna lie.
I like the Raiders in this one. I like the Raiders last week too, but
yeah, I got the Raiders as well.
This could be a game of the week here. Yeah, this could be a game of the week, realistically.
No, I don't think so.
Who do you think wins this one?
I got the Raiders.
You got the Raiders as well?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be a game of the week. I think the Raiders. I think Devontae Adams has even much of a better game. I think the Raiders blow them out.
Blow them out? I mean,
yeah.
Kyler just needs to get on his game. I'm telling you right now, too. I think the Raiders are a better team than the who did they play last week? Who did they play? The Chargers. Yeah, I think the Chargers are better than the Cardinals.
Yeah, especially on defense.
So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. If Kyler also has the X factor though. He really can be MVP caliber if he shows up. But he also has no wide receiver. Well, it's all right.
He's got a
Shark.
Not Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. And then he has Zach Ertz as his tight end.
You got Zach Ertz, yeah, and he has James Conner. James Conner looked pretty good.
Yeah. So he got some weapons that he can throw to, and he has a bona fide running back, I think.
Yeah, it's true. And then to round off the Sunday games here, the 8 p.m. game, we're blessed with the Bears at the Packers.
This is a monumental game, right? Like, I mean, this game
it is. There's no way Aaron Rodgers allows himself to lose this game, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Packers going to take this one.
I'm praying. I'm hoping I'm wrong here.
Yeah, it's in Lambeau.
Yeah, game's in Lambeau.
It is in Lambeau, yeah, at 8 o'clock game 2 under the lights.
Who
do you have, Oogie?
Drew? You're going to be shocked at me by saying this, and I'm hoping I'm wrong.
This is your biggest upset game, right? The Bears beating the Packers?
I'm praying, I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I picked the Bears.
Is this your biggest upset?
Yes, it is. I think the Bears win. As much I would love to go with my team, I think the Bears win. I think Aaron Rodgers had too many mental mistakes last week and two dumbass fucking rookie.
You think he lets Justin Fields walk into Lambeau and beat him under the lights?
It's not. No, I don't think it's Rodgers. I think.
Fan?
Yeah, he is a Packers fan. That's why it's a respectable take. It's a respectable take.
You know, I love my Packers. As much as that, and you know how much I'm hoping I'm wrong on this game.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like this is a very respectable take. To be fair, I do indeed.
But I'm going. I hate to say this. I think Chicago wins, but go Pack, go. I think Chicago wins.
Now Monday, dude, we have a spooky Monday, dude. When's the last time there's been 2 Monday night games at the same time?
Last year.
Has there? Really?
Yeah, last year, yeah.
2 Monday night games? That's so cringe.
I forget who it was, but it was last year.
I mean, you got the Titans at the Bills, and then we have the Vikings at the Eagles, both going on at the same time.
Game of the week for me for the Bills and the Titans.
That's your game of the week?
That is my game of the week. Bills coming out fire. Obviously, you're immediately thinking that the Bills are going to win this game. I actually do have the Bills winning this game, but Ryan Tannehill had an awesome showing at 266 and 2 touchdowns. And Derrick Henry, you know this cat, when he gets on a roll, good luck trying to stop him.
Is he running through the line, though, on Von Miller, though?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. The defense for the Bills is the best. I have them in 2 of my fantasy teams. They're great. But I don't know.
It's not like the Titans lost bad either in week 1. They got squeaked.
Right.
They didn't. Like I said, I still think the Bills win this game, but I do think it'll be closer than what people think, and that's the reason why I'm giving it game of the week.
Respect it. Respectable take. And I do have the Bills. I have the Bills winning too, but I do think this game, I mean, it's a Monday night game too, also always a little bit different. Who do you have, Oogie?
I think, you know what? Yeah, I'm picking the Bills in this one. I don't think Derrick Henry is enough.
I don't honestly, either, really. I really don't either.
I think he has a great game, but I don't think he's enough. I don't think Ryan Tannehill can deal with the Buffalo's rushing attack.
I don't know if the thing about it is, right, the Titans defense have to be able to cover the pass. They have to.
Yeah.
And they have to be able to spy Josh Allen. I mean, the kid's watching that kid, he's slowly starting to become one of my favorite players in the game to watch.
They're not gonna be able to guard Diggs either. I mean,
no.
They're not. But I don't know. For some reason, I don't know. Deep down in my plums, I feel fucking Derrick Henry fucking running through there, bro. Like, I don't know. If he has a big game, he can change it up.
I like it. And what about the Vikings at the Eagles?
This is one of my favorite games.
This is my game of the week. Is the Vikings versus the Eagles. I think the Vikings, I said this last year too, Oogie, when we were doing these. I think the Vikings always find themselves in the game of the week predicaments just because what the fuck goes on with them. I don't know what goes on, if it's a Kirk Cousins thing or if it's like they don't know how to finish. Pause.
Or the
you know what I mean?
Thing.
But like, that's a thing too. But like, I mean, I have the Vikings winning. I have Justin Jefferson getting super gritty all over the defense. But the Eagles might do dirty work to what the Vikings defense has too. So it's gonna be a super high scoring game. What about you guys?
I actually originally had this as my game of the week. Like, I'm not even gonna kid. This game right here is, I think, gonna be, to me, I think it's gonna be Jalen Hurts. I'm curious to see what this man is gonna do against a Viking D, as well as, overall. I mean, I just felt like with Sanders, he actually had a really good game. He had like 96 yards and a touchdown on 13 attempts. And Brown had, I want to say he had like 10 receptions for 155 yards. So they got some ballers on there. Jalen Hurts with no touchdowns though.
He had no touchdowns in week 1?
No touchdowns in week 1.
None.
So, that's why, you know what happened? They did what they do always. They gave a rushing touchdown to each one of their 3 running backs. That is so cringe if you're a fantasy owner and you own any of them.
It is, man. And look, I had Jalen Hurts as my quarterback. He actually put up like 23, 24 in fantasy, but he runs a lot, so.
It's good, though.
Very good. No, very, very good. But it's not enough. The Vikings have this 100%.
What about you, Oogie?
It's a rarity for me to have more than one upset in a week.
I wouldn't call this an upset game. I don't think this is an upset game. I think this is going to be high scoring. It could go either way. I wouldn't think. Would you call this a clear, concise upset game, guys?
No, I really wouldn't. I mean, the only reason is because the Eagles are, pretty good too. So I mean,
it's not like the Bears and the Packers, if that's what you're saying. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I have Philly.
Yeah, Philly winning? I mean, I think if Jalen Hurts plays well, they scheme right, they could win. I mean, I don't think they win by a lot, though. I don't think either team will win by a lot, really. But there'll be a lot of points scored. A lot of fantasy points.
That Eagles defense is not stopping Justin Jefferson. I mean, it's just not happening, man.
Yeah, dude, the kid is so good. The kid is. Michael, let's keep it a buck, though. Michael Thomas looks fucking...
Yeah, Mike Thomas is, I mean...
He got 2 tutties, didn't he?
He did, and he looked like himself. Let's just say that.
That's what I said. I was like, week 1, Michael T.
He looked healthy. He looked fast. His hands are as big as the football, so he can catch them at any time.
I like him a lot. I like him a lot, dude.
He had a great catch in the end zone too.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Jarvis Landry just being quiet
I love
over
Jarvis
there
too. Love Jarvis
with 7 receptions for 114 yards. I mean,
did he?
Yes.
I think Jarvis.
Back to PPR Jarvis.
Yes, PPR Jarvis. Pick him up if you guys do not have him.
PPR Jarvis. I don't know how much I trust Jameis Winston, but he also throws the ball 50 times a game, so it's like worth it regardless.
Yeah, I do it.
Guys, I think the Saints are perfect fit for Jarvis Landry. I think Jarvis Landry can have over 1,000-yard season.
I agree.
Absolutely. And another side note for Jarvis Landry, for people that don't know, he did go to LSU.
He did go to LSU.
Yeah, he did.
He's actually Beckham's roommate.
That is correct. And he also he was born and raised here. He never left Louisiana, so this place has a special.
I'm surprised he honestly didn't get drafted by the Saints.
Yeah, he should have.
To be fair, who did they? Didn't they take someone over him?
We didn't draft. We didn't draft. Well, we draft like players from LSU, but it's very, very, very rare, which is stupid because we bring out some of the best, players in the NFL. But it's just like the Saints, for some reason, until Sean Payton left, we never really drafted Saints players. I mean, LSU players.
Hold on. It wasn't. They weren't. He wasn't in the same draft class as Michael Thomas, was he?
No, he was before Michael Thomas, I believe.
Oh, so it might have been somebody like. Oh, wait, what year did he get drafted? 2015?
I couldn't tell you that.
So going over the recaps here, game of the week, I got the Vikings versus the Eagles. I think that's definitely a respectable game to watch on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have the Panthers versus the Vikings. I mean, Panthers versus the Giants. Sorry, with that's a 1:00 game. So good. I mean, there's a bunch of good games, but I think that's possible. I think guys, you have the other Monday night game, the Titans versus the Bills. And then biggest upsets, we got Falcons beating the Rams. That's a super hot take, dude. That might be the hottest take of the season, bro. Don't shame me later.
Yeah, that's rough, man. I ain't gonna lie. You're faded right now. For real.
I'm keeping it a buck though.
Yeah, I like it. Go for it, because if it works out, it pans out.
Yeah, I'll be fucking talking all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oogie with the Bears beating his own team, the Packers. That's a respectable take, though. That's a fucking crazy take.
I respect you so much more after that, because it would be very hard for me to like predict my Saints to lose. I mean, I'm getting the upset even with the Bucks, but I'm like, that's ballsy. I like it.
Yeah, you're getting ballsy too, though, buddy, with the Saints, your team, on the opposite end of the spectrum, and then Oogie beating the Bucks. I mean, I give it to you that he's coming to the Dome, but I don't know. In Brady we trust, I guess. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hasn't Brady always struggled in the Dome too?
To be fair, a lot of teams struggle in this Dome, especially in this conference. And like the Bucks and the Saints, they always go back and forth. We used to beat the crap out of them every year until Brady came down there. And now it's kind of this back and forth. But yeah, you're right. It's not as crazy as yours, but it's definitely a hot take.
Yeah, it's not. I'd agree. It's definitely not as crazy as mine, but it could be though. It could be. Just watch yourself, because
fair enough.
Could turn bad. You might be eating those W's quicker than Jameis Winston was stealing those crab legs, buddy.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? So we'll see. Now, you boys came prepared with a couple questions. So every week, each of the team, we come prepared with 3 questions for said week to go over each thing. So, Guz, you being the special guest, would you prepare for Oogie and I for you? What's your question 1? What's your first question?
So we kind of ran through some of my questions, not knowingly going through the podcast tonight. But the first one I had was, can the Falcons finally close a game?
I mean,
close the game. I mean, this is what I guess we're gonna find out this week, obviously. But it's always been their fourth quarter lulls that just really make you question if they're gonna be able to win this week. So,
yeah, I mean, you already know my answer. I'm kind of like beating the dead horse now, but
yeah, for sure. The next question I had too, after watching tonight was, is Geno Smith the real deal? Like, is he? I mean, I know it's only one game, but like the dude looked really comfortable in the pocket. He actually has a great O-line that he has time to throw, and he was pretty accurate on a lot of his throws tonight. So that's another question. As far as who, my question of the week, just to see how he's going to play in week 2. And my third and final question is, and we talked about this earlier, with Dak being out, is the Cowboys season over? I mean, I know it's been talked about all on ESPN today, but it really is a legitimate question. With Dak being out and you have Cooper Rush coming in, like, I just really, my question is it over? Is their season over? And time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all 3 of those are pretty respectable. The Falcons, can they close a game? We're gonna have to just watch that. With that, I mean, no one's gonna actually know. Geno Smith, I mean, he definitely looked legit to me tonight. I mean, we're recording this on Monday, literally right after the game ended, and this could be the hottest time ever. We're saying this. We're talking about Geno Smith, boys, again. So he's like Cooper Rush-esque. Let's keep it a buck.
But seasoned.
Okay.
Nowadays, he's also had a broken jaw. He's coming off injury. Guys, we'll see. I don't know. He looked legit as hell. 17 out of 18 going in the first half, and he beat Russ on his supposed revenge tour. So. And then the Cowboys season being over for me, like, we gotta watch. He could be like that dude from the Texans last year, who comes out of nowhere and actually is okay, like somewhat okay.
Oh fuck, yeah.
I can't remember his name. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who he is
Saints
either.
Will take Andy Dalton all day, so don't worry about that. You're gonna have him.
Yeah, that's so be it.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. What are your 3 questions you came prepared with?
Okay. My first question is, who is the biggest disappointment of week 1? Like, was it Derek Carr not getting it done against the Chargers? Was it Aaron Rodgers completely sucking against Minnesota? A bunch of different guys can't. You know what? And I would also take a group of disappointments here about the kickers. Like, in all those games missing field goals?
That might have been the biggest disappointment, maybe realistically, watching all those games go 100 and But I think realistically, I think maybe the biggest disappointment, in my opinion, might be the 49ers.
Really?
Like as a whole, maybe as a whole.
Man, I mean, yeah, dude, Trey Lance really did not show, man. I was really had high hopes for this guy, and he.
Or Aaron Rodgers, maybe. 5.65 fantasy points, 195 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. Aaron Rodgers hasn't thrown a pick in forever.
No, biggest disappointment is Cincinnati losing. That's for me. Like 100%.
My big disappointment is also Aaron Rodgers in that question. And my question for also recapping week 1, can after
well, what's your question for week 2? Week 2 question.
Okay, week 2?
Yeah.
Can the Cowboys actually win with Cooper Rush?
I mean, kind of like what Gus was saying. I mean, we're just going to have to see. Only time will tell with the Cooper Rush thing. No one really knows him. He hasn't had a shot. He's a rookie. He's kind of a shot in the dark as of right now.
I mean,
he could be the next Brady for all we know.
I mean, he didn't look that bad during the preseason, in my opinion. But, no, I mean, I know that's different. Preseason to the regular season. But I think, and this is going to be surprising for me to say this because I hate the Cowboys with a passion. But I think give Cooper Rush about 3 weeks of games. I think he can get the Cowboys a couple of wins this year. But I don't think they're going to win the division.
So their season could be over. You can see that. What's the third question for week 2?
Third question for week 2: Can Kyler finally ball out in week 2 if he didn't in week 1?
Can Kyler win a game? I mean, he's kind of had 2 tough opponents, to be realistic. He had to play the Chiefs, and now he has to go to the Raiders, and play Derek Carr and the boys. I mean, pretty solid. What's your thoughts on those?
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree 100%. I mean, can't really botch that.
So I got a couple questions for you guys. So first one I have is who do you guys think is going to have the most passing touchdowns in week 2? Most tutties. We've seen Pat Mahomes throw 5 in week 1. So who do you guys think will have for week 2?
Can you say Patty again?
I mean, you could.
I mean, yeah. I mean, dude, he looked incredible, bro. Like,
yeah,
I agree with
pretty
you
stellar.
With the Hill not being there. Like, the team just looks like they're just real. Like, he's all over the place with the ball. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go with Pat again.
Also have Mahomes as well. What about you, Oogie?
Yeah, neither of those guys, to be honest with you. I think Josh Allen this week.
Think Josh Allen does it?
Yep.
Josh Allen playing against the Titans on a Monday night game? Throws for the most touchdowns? Okay. Okay.
I like it.
What about, so the second question I have for you guys for week 2 is, will any team be shut out and who?
Shut out, bro?
No. Yeah. Will any team be shut out in week 2? After all the games we just gone over and we picked, do you think any team gets absolutely shut out?
Nah, I don't have anybody getting shut out, man. Getting shut out in the NFL, I mean,
that's tough, right? It's tough, real tough.
That's a real hot take question.
It is.
Yeah, I mean I mean 0 points in the NFL is, I mean, we've seen it.
That's insanely hard.
It's hard to do.
Yeah. What about you, Oogie?
The Jets.
You think the Jets get shut out in week 1?
Yes,
I mean, week 2 against the Browns?
Yep.
And Gus has the Jets beating the Browns, so.
Yeah, see, you don't know about old Flacco, boy.
Okay, right. I don't think anyone gets shut out, but I think the Jags only score 3 points against the Colts.
I like that. Colts.
So you think the Colts has a bounce back week on defense then?
I do, yeah, I do. I can't see them doing that, especially if they start getting demoralized by JT on the other end of the ball.
Yeah.
And then for the last question I have for week 2 for you guys, what game will have the biggest score gap in week 2.
Like the margin?
Yeah, we'll have the biggest margin in victory.
Damn, bro.
Come with the spicy ones, boys. Oogie was trying to think about recap questions when we're looking for questions for week 2.
I got one game in mind, but you're not gonna like it.
It's up to you. It's a question for you. It doesn't matter what I like.
Pittsburgh and New England.
You think that's gonna have the biggest gap?
Yep.
Okay.
Pittsburgh and New England, you say?
Yeah.
Yep. I think Pittsburgh can give a bunch of. I think Pittsburgh can give Mac Jones a bunch of problems, even without T.J. Watt.
Who do you have here, Gus? Oh, this is a super tough question.
I mean, I think it's the Bengals and the Cowboys. I think.
That's exactly what I have.
Cowboys are demoralized right now. Joe Burrow's pissed off. I think they're just gonna blow them out.
I also have the Bengals. I do. I think they're gonna run a fucking train on the Bengals. I don't even know they have what it takes, dude. They could. I think honestly I think this week could honestly answer that question that everyone's asking: is the season over for the Cowboys? I'm telling you right now, they got a tough game on their hands.
Facts.
Super tough game.
Both sides of the ball.
Dude, but I thought it was pretty good. I mean, that was a great recap, and we have some hot takes going out. We'll see if any of those actually pay off. I mean, I think we have a little bit more diversity into this week. Guz, again, want to thank you for joining us this week with me and Oogie. Definitely appreciate your knowledge, your age and wisdom.
Absolutely. Papa Guz is here for all you young guns that want to play fantasy.
Guz.
Well, definitely Guz. Maybe we'll see him back. Maybe quicker than you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. You just let me know, bud. I'm always down to talk. I'm in front of 2 screens every day, so I'm constantly watching, looking football when I have some free time. So.
Again, Oogie, as always, thank you. Load it up. Again, thank you everyone that's been watching. We do appreciate the support. Every single Thursday we'll be dropping at 6 p.m. Eastern time live. You guys have any questions? If you have any that you'd like to have us go over, any hot takes you want us to discuss, or anything that you think that we should be saying on here, definitely let us know in the comments. Thank you.
Later.
Later.